Hi, I'm Jennifer Wilson, and this is my PowerPoint presentation about my internship at the Dibble Institute. For me, finding an internship that was online was incredibly ideal. I have a son at home, and I wanted to be able to stay at home with him when my husband goes to school, so that we could both be accomplishing the things that we wanted to, but so that I could also stay home with my son. So I was really eager to find an online internship, and I was able to find one through the BYU Idaho job search page as well as Career Navigator, and they both list a lot of internship opportunities that are available. The American Family Studies internship page also has a lot of resources available, and I was looking at those and I found the Dibble Institute, which was online, and that was what really appealed to me as a stay-at-home mom. And I was able to look more into that and contact Aaron Larson, who's the supervisor for the Dibble Institute interns. And he was very quick to respond to me. I emailed him with my resume and a cover letter, and he emailed me right away and said that I would be able to start an internship as soon as I wanted. And that was really ideal for me to have an online internship with such great flexibility. And it really met the needs that I was looking for. During my internship at the Dibble Institute, I was able to work on a couple projects. The first project that I was able to work on was kind of a series of projects. We worked on movie guides for teens in high school to analyze movies that they would watch in class and answer these questionnaires that would help them analyze the relationships in these movies that they were watching. So when I first started my internship, I was working on doing a lot of editing for movie guides that other interns had created before me. So I worked on a lot of grammatical things, and then after that, after we finalized our materials, we worked on finding appropriate pictures and information to really make the movie guides come together. And after I had done that and really kind of figured out what it was that the Dibble Institute was looking for in making these movie guides, I was given the opportunity to make my own movie guides. Obviously, I was given the movies to make movie guides for, but I was able to create them completely on my own, and that was just a really neat assignment. I really enjoyed doing that. The main assignment, though, that I really focused on during my time at the Dibble Institute was putting together materials for a lesson, a series of lessons on dating and emotions, and that was a pretty lengthy assignment. We really worked on just finding the right material for the lessons that the Dibble Institute was working on, and making sure that we were able to find materials to help solidify what was taught in the lessons. The materials that we were working on finding was for the teachers, and the teachers could watch these videos or watch the materials and look at the pictures we were providing and decide whether or not we wanted to use them. So we not only had to come up with information and materials to provide, but we had to come up with multiple examples to provide so that the teachers could select what fit best for their audience and their individualized class. I also participated in just a few smaller assignments that just needed to be done kind of quickly, like helping organize email lists for people who would donate to the Dibble Institute, and helping put together other just small little tasks, but the main assignments were really working on relationships for high school students. My main focus in the Dibble Institute was working on finding videos and materials for a lesson that we were developing for teens on dating and emotions. The assignment in finding these materials was very lengthy, and it took a lot of time to find just the right clip or video or material or whatever it was that we wanted to meet the needs of the lesson. And that took a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of working and reworking pieces to make sure that we were getting the product that we really wanted. I think it was really helpful to have a fresh perspective when it came to finding these videos, because everyone interprets videos differently. And so I think it was really helpful to be working on this project with my supervisor and to be able to email back and forth about videos and materials to make sure that we were on the same page, but also that these materials were seen, because there's so many videos. My main focus in the Dibble Institute was working on finding videos and materials for a lesson that we were developing for teens on dating and emotions. The assignment in finding these materials this internship was incredibly beneficial for me in a lot more ways than I would have thought. It's really helpful for me to just gain a fresh perspective of relationships and to really help me solidify my own relationships and help them be healthy and appropriate. It also helped me think in a parenting perspective how I might help my son create healthy relationships, and it really opened my eyes to teaching in more of a way than just presenting material, but really making these presentations in a way that teenagers would really connect with and resonate with, and that it would make a difference for them in a lifelong time frame, as opposed to just in a 1-hour class where they were learning the material. I think for me personally, it was also really beneficial for me to recognize that I can work from home, that I could maybe have a job that was online, and having this online internship at the Dibble Institute really opened my eyes to that. I never really thought of working from home, and I think that was something that was kind of hard for me when I did have my son, how I would also work and kind of give something to the world, as well as parenting, because that's also a great thing. Being a parent is great, but I also wanted to be able to work and continue a career outside of parenthood. And I think that this internship really helped me recognize that I could do both, that I could have a career in motherhood and a career outside of motherhood, but within the home at the same time. I think that the most important connections for me during my internship at the Dibble Institute was connections within my own life and how I wanted to establish healthy relationships through trust and healthy expectation, maturity, communication, just a number of things, and working on each individual lesson within the entire focus of our project really helped me open my eyes to, the maturity in my own relationships and the communication between my relationship with my husband and my relationship with my son and with my parents and my in-laws. It really opened my eyes to how I personally could have healthier relationships. It also opened my eyes to how I could communicate better with teenagers and with others who might not be used to having healthy relationships, and how I could help them work towards having a healthier relationship. We have so many relationships, and I think sometimes we overlook what it really truly means to have a healthy relationship, and we just kind of see our relationships, but we don't see them as healthy or unhealthy. And I think that that's something that really opened my eyes to improvement in my own life. Interning at the Dibble Institute is definitely an internship that I would recommend for other students. I think that it's a perfect internship for stay-at-home moms. It has a lot of flexibility, and you're able to work from home, and you don't have set hours. I mean, you can work. There are times I tried to work when my son was napping. There were times I would get up an hour before he got up, and I would work at like 4 or 5 a.m. Or he would be in bed, and I would go ahead and do my hours at 9 or 10 p.m. And it was really flexible, and I was able to meet my hour needs at my own time, my own availability. And that was really, really helpful for being a stay-at-home mom. I think, though, also that this internship is really beneficial for those that are more technologically savvy, because it is all online. All your assignments are created maybe through like Google Docs or just emailed back and forth. And I think That does take a little bit of getting used to. I had never had a job where I communicated online completely, and so that was really different for me. But it also, it has its pros and cons, but I think that if you're able to communicate that way and you're able to be technologically savvy and complete assignments and email back and forth and be able to meet your needs without having to have someone in person show you or explain how it's done, then this internship would be great for you. And it's actually really easy to contact Aaron Larson, the supervisor for the Dibble Institute, and he is great. He'll get back to you in a time-efficient manner, and he is really open to answering any of your questions. And his email is available on the Marriage and Family Studies internships page. And he's really prompt, and he'll get back to you in no time.